We get requests all the time about Wesley Chapel, so today we're going to take a little tour and see just what's going on out there. Hi everyone, Mike Lavoie here. I am a realtor in the Tampa Bay area with Dalton Wade Real Estate. Today I'm going to talk about one of the fastest growing sections of the Tampa Bay area, Wesley Chapel. So just why is this such a fast growing area? Well, there are plenty of homes and they're affordable. There is a lot of new construction options going on. There are a ton of fun things to do. There are good schools and it's a lot less crowded, at least for now. Wesley Chapel is not really a city. It's an area in Pasco County about 30 miles north of downtown Tampa, and it covers about 6 square miles. In 2010, the population was just over 60,000 people. It's going to be interesting to see what the 2020 census results are, and the reason I say that is because of the spectacular growth the area has had over the last several years. So just what has fueled that growth? When you think about it, material costs are very similar across the county. Home Depot doesn't charge any more for a 2x4 in Wesley Chapel than they do in Carrollwood. What adds a lot of cost to the home is the price of the land. There is still a lot of open land around the Wesley Chapel area yet to be developed. That land is relatively cheap as compared to other parts of the Bay Area. That translates into more affordable housing, which attracts more people. Kind of the bigger bang for your buck deal. Right now, the average price of a home in Wesley Chapel is $350,000. The average price of a townhome is closer to $225,000. Now, obviously, there's a large range of homes in the area, different prices. You can get a little bit lower than $225,000 for a single family, and you can get into the millions on the other end of the scale. If a new home is your cup of tea, then there are several developments going up all over the Wesley Chapel area. At last count, there were about 200 communities with new homes going in them. Several of those have been in the works for some time. However, there are a few that are just now getting out of the ground. Just like east of Wiregrass Mall, there are a couple of new developments getting underway. One is Taylor Morrison's River Landing. The great thing about new homes is that they are new. The appliances are all new and they work correctly. They have the newer style open floor plans. They are much more energy efficient, saving you money. You get a warranty from the builder and they can be customized by you as it getting built. You are not going to have to go in and redo the kitchen before you can move into the house. As far as selection and types, there is just about anything out there. There are several builders offering villas, townhomes, and single-family homes starting at around the $225,000 range to luxury homes in the upper 900s at Cortana of Estancia. There is no way to talk about all of them now, so I'm going to hit just a couple of my favorites. One of the more interesting builders is Taylor Morrison out in Watergrass. Watergrass residents have access to a private clubhouse with a state-of-the-art fitness room, a separate children's playroom, and a gathering room that includes a TV, a microwave, a beverage fridge, and a catering kitchen. Amenities also include a luxurious pool with a splash zone, lap lanes, and a large covered lanai. They have 17 different models starting at $290,000 and going up into the lower $400,000. Taylor Morrison is also building in the Esplanade at Wiregrass. What is unique about that is it is a 55+ neighborhood. It's just started with land development, but when it gets done, the Esplanade will offer residents a resort-style pool, beautiful low-maintenance homes, all in a gated community. Another builder out there is GI Homes. The GI Homes has completed most of the original neighborhood they started, called The Ridge. Located at Highway 56 Extension, The Ridge has been known for its luxury homes, great open floor plans, quality construction, and amazing amenities. They are now beginning this construction of their second neighborhood, Winding Ridge. It's also in Wesley Chapel. This location is just east of the Wiregrass Mall and has great access to I-75 and is a direct shot down to Tampa. Like The Ridge, Winding Ridge will offer several floor plans of luxury homes. One of the most unusual neighborhoods is Epperson Ranch. What makes Epperson Ranch is so unique is the crystal clear 7.5-acre lagoon complete with sand beaches. There are swim-up tiki bars. They have individual cabanas. There are giant water slides. There are obstacle courses out in the pool. They have paddleboarding and kayaking. You can also play sand volleyball or relax in the sun. Maybe just watch a video on the big screen TV out on the turf lawn. Epperson South is almost completely built out. There are a couple of lots left to work with, but that's about it. And while Epperson South offered only single-family homes, Epperson North will have a combination of single-family homes and townhomes available. Single-family homes in Epperson North will range in price from the low $300,000 to $700,000, depending on the features and lot location that you select. Other builders of note in the Wesley Chapel area include Beazer Homes, Centrix Homes, Del Webb, KB Homes, and Lennar, just to name a few. So that's all the good parts about buying new. Let's talk about some of the bad parts about buying new. One of them is builder competition. What do I mean by builder competition? Well, Wesley Chapel is huge. There is a ton of development going on, and that will probably continue for several years. If you buy a new home and have to turn around and sell it soon, you will be competing with their builders and their new homes. The better financing and the incentives, all the same reasons that you bought there. Normally, an individual seller, you, finds it difficult to compete, and you could wind up selling for less than what you wanted to sell for. Let's talk about another negative that could be a positive. Location. Wesley Chapel is about 30 miles north of downtown Tampa. If you work in the city and need to be there by 8 or 9 o'clock, you're going to be going into town with a bunch of other people during peak rush hours. Even getting to things like the New Tampa area or the USF area can be a pain at the wrong times. The major highways can become congested during rush hour, both morning and evening. God forbid it rains, it gets even worse. There is a major interchange at I-275 and I-4, lovingly referred to around here as Malfunction Junction. It's called that for a reason. Even though it has been widened and widened again with dazzling high ramps, it still can have issues. So if you have to travel that route and can't adjust your timing, pack some patience. The ride could take an hour. On the other hand, not everyone has to work downtown. There are plenty of offices, professional parks, and buildings all around Wesley Chapel area. Drive times there can be minutes. There is one other benefit that could be a negative, and that would be location again. The good part is that most of Wesley Chapel is about 100 feet or so above sea level. For those who are concerned about flooding in a hurricane, it's not likely to happen. Not that that means you won't have wind damage from a hurricane, but you shouldn't expect any flooding. By the way, I always suggest homeowners buy flood insurance, and there's a reason for that, but that's another video. The bad news here is the distance to the Gulf of Mexico. If you're a beach person and you want to sit out on the Clearwater Beach with a glass of wine and watch the sunset, the trip over is going to take you about an hour, plus traffic delays. Wesley Chapel is not close to the beach, and it ain't easy getting there. If you live in Wesley Chapel, you do not have to drive to Tampa or Orlando or St. Pete to find something to do. There are plenty of restaurants, plenty of shopping, and places to have a cocktail. Right there in the center of Wesley Chapel is the Tampa Premium Outlets. Stores there run the gamut from Adidas to Banana Republic, Greg Norman Retail, Hellsberg Diamonds, Michael Kors, Polo Ralph Lauren, Lucky Brands, Tommy Hilfiger, just to name a few. And there must be 20 restaurants within walking distance of them all. My favorites are Chewy's Tex-Mex, Mellow Mushroom, and Bahama Pre's. But you can also pick from Ford's Garage, Longhorn Steakhouse, Cheddar Scratch Kitchen, and Johnny Rockets, along with a dozen other ones. For breakfast, try the Wolf's Den. For you Costco fans, and we know you're out there, there is a Costco right across the street from the outlet mall. And we know how you are about your Costco stores. If you're a Harley rider or a wannabe, the new Harley-Davidson dealership has finally broke ground on the north side of Highway 54. Yay! About 2 miles east is the shops at Wiregrass. Wiregrass is an outdoor shopping center with about 100 or so stores anchored by Macy's and Dillard's. Other stores include the Rack Room Shoes, Pandora Jewelry, Williams Sonoma, Joseph Bank, and the Finish Line Athletic. When you get tired of walking, you can get a cold beer or a glass of wine at the Brass Tap, or have a meal at one of the dozen or so restaurants in the center. There's Cantina Laredo, Yamato Sushi, a couple of Italian places, a couple of pizza places. There is a lot of choices out there. There is kind of a, I guess you call it town center, which hosts some yoga classes, some social events, and once a year, a classic auto show. Just to the north is the Groves, which has all the big box stores like TJ Maxx, Best Buy, and Bed Bath & Beyond. The Groves also has a Cobb Theater where you can have dinner and watch a movie. The owner of the Groves is currently expanding the shopping and dining options, and I noticed that one of those shops is a men's only spa. If you're wondering about grocery shopping, professional services, and everybody wants to know where that dentist is, not to worry, there is plenty of grocery shopping options available all over the area, as well as doctors, lawyers, and those dentists. Advent Hospitals has just completed the construction of their new hospital at the corner of Bruce B. Downs and Highway 54. Finally, I want to cover schools. And as always, school ratings and assignments can change in a heartbeat. What you think is a great school may not be my ideal school. Be sure to do your research on the state's school site. I can tell you that overall, the Wesley Chapel area has schools that have an A or B rating according to the state site. Just to summarize, Wesley Chapel is a very nice part of the Tampa Bay area. Plenty of affordable housing, a ton of things to do, and it will continue to be one of the area's go-to locations. But if you work downtown or in the West Shore area, you have to be at the airport daily, or you want to go to the beach often, you can get there, but you're going to spend some time in a car. If you would like more information about homes in Pasco, watch this video I made on Starkey Ranch over in Odessa. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.